This is the first ever Collins Cup. All the greatest athletes are here. Team Europe, Team Internationals, Team US. For the first time in history, the road to the Collins Cup starts here.
Jackson Laundry's been around a while and he's been just steadily building and building and building. He just managed to scrape into this team with some great performances over the last few months. And he could be a really strong competitor on this one and maybe get away on the swim.
It's Jackson Laundry, who, we thought would be having an inspired race. Justin Metzler right on his feet. And they'll be out of the water here momentarily.
Well, this is no surprise. I think we thought Jackson Laundry would be the one that would lead. It doesn't surprise me terribly that Justin Metzler is there. And it doesn't surprise me that Joe Skipper is off the back a little bit.
That is Jackson Laundry, who just got the coach's pick just momentarily in the last week, so he'll be very excited to be in that position.
Yeah, he had to actually race himself onto this team. He had some great performances leading into it, and here they go. The last matchup out of the swim. Now, for how close this competition is, this last matchup, it could have a huge deciding factor. It really could be.
Well, I talked to Jackson Laundry yesterday, and he said this essentially and the 70.3 are the only two races that matter. These boys are likely to come off this bike together because knowing all their personalities and their biking abilities, I don't think anyone's going to be able to bike away from each other.
Jackson Laundry has Joe Skipper in his sight. And this will be
this is a good one.
This is, and it was the rivalry. It is the two that really were saying, I don't want to be beaten by the other.
No.
So this is something. This is a boxing match right now. But Laundry's got his sights on him here, and this will be interesting. I actually think they will come together at 23 seconds with still enough runway. I think this is going to come together. And what kind of fight does Joe Skipper have left to stay with Jackson Laundry? I mean, Jackson Laundry, he's going to feel confident.
He's coming out like
he's closed a big gap now.
He really has.
So there's a confidence that you get. There's an adrenaline. I mean, the way that Jackson goes around him is also important right now. Does he surge? Does he hold his pace? What is he going to do? So he's questioning, how am I actually going to overtake right now?
And so
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
It's closing. It's closing
right
down.
Here.
I'll tell you what, I've just timed him at 11 seconds, so the clock's not right.
I was going to say, that looked closer than 20 seconds.
He's coming. He's going to give us a grandstand finish for the last match, right on the finishing line. A sprint finish.
Which is exactly what we wanted. We put that order in. I put that order in about an hour ago, so they're coming through with the goods. And if you know Joe Skipper, you know he's the sort of athlete that will go till he drops. He's not going to give it away that easy.
Oh, that's great.
He's had it for this long. He's not just going to give it to Jackson Laundry.
Match 12 on the right of screen there. We're about to have them join each other. Now, what is Jackson Laundry going to do? What has he got? Has he got many bullets left to fire? Jackson Laundry, what can he do as he runs up to Joe Skipper here?
Well, this is it now. They're going to go shoulder to shoulder as we come into the stadium.
There's the move from Jackson Laundry.
This reminds me of the great old days of the Ironman between Dave Scott and Mark Allen. They're both here watching this, and they're so enthusiastic because they're great athletes and they're two great people.
Now, this is a surge from Jackson Laundry. He has picked up the pace, and Joe Skipper, that string could break any moment here. It looks like it's about 5 meters gap. No, he's opened up. That's a gap.
And the great thing is, Jackson Laundry was a captain's pick, so he wasn't an automatic qualifier. He's going to actually win an athlete that was an automatic qualifier. So Joe Skipper, automatic qualifier for Team Europe.
Yep.
Jackson Laundry, captain's pick for Team International.
Well, this is an outstanding run by Jackson Laundry, and he really accelerated that. And now, but when you do this, it really does hurt, a minute or two later. But that gap is actually, look at that. That's Joe Skipper hasn't been able to go with him. There we just saw Jackson Laundry thought he was turning because the lead motorbike, the camera motorbike, was making its turn, and like, fortunately he went all the way to the end. It's like, no, mate, you got a little bit further.
It's looking to me as though actually he's stretching the lead with every step forward now. All right, well, as we watch inside the stadium here, as Jackson Laundry heads towards the line. We're just waiting to see if we can catch up with...
Now, So this has been fantastic, and I'll see you guys in a little bit.
You will.
Look forward to it, Greg.
You will.
You may have to run. It's a furlong hike. There's Jackson. You might beat Jackson Laundry if you run quite quickly, because he's heading in towards the finishing line at the moment. And Joe Skipper, 19 seconds back now. So I think Joe is towards the end of the day, and that'll bring them up nicely to a very close finish across the 3 teams in a new format, based, by the way, on the points scoring in the Ryder Cup in golf. And it's a long, lonely trail, but he's safe now by a long distance here. Time counts, of course. The gap will decide any bonus points available. But he must be feeling inside, although he looks as though he's really suffering on the outside. He's going to be feeling very good inside right now. There's the projected standing still until we get Jackson across the line. But they're going to call him home now. And this will give 4 victories for the international squads on the day. America's got 2 victories. The red numbers on the right, and the blues are the Europeans who have won the Collins Cup. But right now it is Jackson Laundry, the Canadian, the 38-year-old, who wins match number 12 and brings to a close the Collins Cup with outstanding success here in Chamarin, and he's telling us so. Yes.
Oops.
Oh, steady on there.
I think he's happy, Phil. I think
Jackson
happy.
is extremely happy, and well done. And well he might be. He ran down his opposition.
Wow, what a competition that was. What a match 12 that was. Jackson and Joe just having a nice little chat. It's like your friends again now. Jackson, you could tell how important that was. You ran across the line, chucked yourself on the floor, chucked your manager in your team captain in the air as well. What was it like chasing him down the majority of the time?
Oh, that was without a doubt the hardest race of my life. I knew he had close to 2 minutes off the bike, and I knew that he had the potential to run well. So I went out really hard, and at 5K I made up a lot, but he held freaking strong, and I was just barely catching, and I wasn't sure if I could do it, honestly, at 10, 11K, and I just started chunking it off, you know, count to 60 seconds, run hard for 60 seconds, run hard for 60 seconds, and it just started coming back. And when I caught him, I was hoping to sit on for a little bit, but he kind of just slowed down and wanted to jump on. And
when you caught me, I was like, there's no way I'm leading. I was like, if you've caught me, I don't care how, I want to go as slow as possible now.
Is that what you said to him? Because I know that...
I just slowed down because I was like, well, you've caught me, mate. Like, I know what you're going to do. You're going to sit behind me and then put the knife in. So I was like, well, I don't care what time it is. I just need to try and sit behind. But he knew I was going to do it, and literally it slowed for about 5 seconds, and then he went, and I couldn't do anything. I was just on the limit trying to hold him off, and I had my best ever run, and he still beat me. So I couldn't do anything about that. But yeah, fair play to Jackson. Like, awesome race, and it must have been one of the top times, I reckon, like looking at how we compared to the other races.
Definitely. In terms of Jackson behind you, could you feel how close he was getting?
Well, the motorbike said he's about 500 metres behind, and then about 10k they said that, and then at about 14k they said he's about 200, 250, and I was running the same pace, and I was like, shit, like, I literally can't do anything about it. I just have to try and hold this pace and hope that he blows up. And I could hear the claps get every time I went through an aid station, getting a bit closer, and I was like, he's coming, but I can't do anything about it. I'm literally full pelt, and like, if he catches me, my only chance is to try and sit behind him. Hopefully he blows and try and beat him in a sprint, but I couldn't do anything about it.
As you were just speaking there, Joe, Justin Metzler just crossed the line as well, coming in just behind you. I know there was quite a bit of trash talk going on between all three of you at one point. Jackson, have you got a newfound respect now for Joe? Do you think he can run fast, a little bit faster than you thought?
Oh man, I thought this guy had one speed at 70.3 pace, but he just ran about 325s probably per K. So he stepped up, and he said at the press conference, he said he's got to do himself justice and show he can race at the middle distance, and he freaking sure as hell did, because it took one hell of a race for me to beat him, and I can't wait to match up with him again, and hopefully for my sake it's at a middle distance and not the full.
Joe, have you proved yourself? Was that a surprise for you? Did you want to test yourself at a shorter distance?
Yeah, well, I always had faith that I could do a decent shorter distance race because I've seen what I can do in training, but I just hadn't managed to execute it. But I think the extra pressure of racing for Team Europe and not just yourself, you know, trying to race for the team and do them justice, not let them down, really helped. And yeah, I just felt good, and I knew I needed a buffer on Jackson. I had about 2 minutes, and I thought, ooh, I think I might be able to hold him. I couldn't.
It was Team Europe. Congratulations to both of you. Well done.
Cheers. Well done, mate. Great.
The final result, Team Europe getting 42.5 points to Team US 31.5, and Team International, what a flurry at the end that they came up with, 25.5, third of the top 3 teams.
Did about all I could do, and yeah, got the win. So that's what it's about.
I think he got the best. He actually got the best finish line celebration I've seen in a while.
And brings to a close the Collins Cup with outstanding success here in Chamarin, and he's telling us so. Yes.
Oops.
Oh, steady on there.
I think he's happy, Phil.
It feels pretty like it matters a lot when you kill yourself for 16.5 kilometers to catch someone who looks like they're hardly moving, but you cannot freaking catch them. Joe really put a freaking amazing run together. Kudos to him, because I thought I was going to get him in like 5K, so he made me work.